The first injury that I had, tore my Achilles tendon on my left side, right before my daughter was born. It was not only devastating from an injury perspective, but I felt like I let my family down because I was worth nothing to anybody because I was on crutches for a couple of months. So I couldn't even hold, Sierra standing up. Literally, that just stopped everything. I had no interest in doing anything. I was more so frustrated about trying to recover and trying to get better. It just led to just eating whatever I wanted, not really caring, just focused on everything and just turning my attention to everything else besides fitness. Being an athlete, growing up as a kid and through high school and through college, you know what you're supposed to eat and what you're not supposed to eat. I just thought I was invincible and I could eat whatever I wanted and, stay the same. It took a toll on my life when I started having to take blood pressure medicine. I didn't think I'd ever need anything like it. Never needed medicine. I was always a pretty healthy guy. I lost my mom in 2008 from a heart condition. I learned that, there are things that can become hereditary. I started to educate myself more on those things and understand that if I didn't do something different, that, I could end up the same way, Just felt self-conscious, in your mind, you remember yourself at your best place. But when you would look in the mirror, you would see your reflection, you're like, oh, there's that dude again. What is he doing here? So it started to mess with me because, again, I didn't feel like myself. And I always found myself being the dude in the room that was not in shape. Or I couldn't go to a store and buy a shirt I wanted because they didn't have it in my size. Mentally, it kind of dragged me down because it was kind of like a different stage of life. You kind of feel like you're finished. You kind of feel like you can't do anything. And, it was tough. But my confidence was low because I always felt like I was the fattest guy in the room. And I wanted to do something about it. So I did a lot of research and found that if I took my will and added it to Red Mountain in this program, I'd be able to get back to being me. I think for me, the game changer was the RM3 process and the RM3 medicine because it helped me metabolically get myself into a point of where I could start burning and start losing and understand exactly what it was that I was putting in my body. I got to eat real food. I got to go to the grocery store and grab real vegetables, real proteins, and actually bring them home and smell onions cooking and chopping vegetables and being able to have those real things. I wasn't waiting for packages to come in, and it was actually real food that I could put on the stove or put in the oven, or my personal favorite, putting outside on the grill. And I started seeing results. And you know what happens when you start seeing results? If I see this little bit of a result, what happens if I continue another week? And then another week you go in, and another week. It motivated me and it pushed me to continue to move forward. I actually saw results in the first 3 weeks. I think I lost 10 pounds in 3 weeks. Just right around the spare tire. I saw the weight come off right there, and you know where I also saw it? My face. My wife grabbed my face one day and she's like, I can see it. I can start seeing the progression of the program working. She's like, keep going. It's like, this is good. My ultimate goal is to make sure that I do everything within my power to make sure that I'm healthy physically and mentally for my family and for myself. It's a huge investment in yourself. It's an investment monetarily. It's an investment in your time. It's an investment in your will. So if I was going to do it, I want to do it right, and I want to do it right the first time and not have any regrets. It felt so amazing to be successful because it was like that lottery ticket for your health. If I was talking to somebody that's on the fence about trying Red Mountain, I would say just jump off the fence and jump on the side because you already know what you're going to get on the other side. So if you stay on that side, you know what you're going to get eventually, and you know what your future's going to hold. But if you do something different, you try this out, what do you have to lose?